Now going into game 4, apDrop is he gets angry. When you get angry, you go mage.
Yeah, so I think he's thinking that the rogue on rogue worked out pretty well, so let's go for another mirror match. And I think that's actually the correct play because I don't think that apDrop's control lock would have any chance against that mage deck.
No, I don't think so.
He takes too much damage on his own, and Savjz doesn't care about taunts, so you have to.
Oh wait, no, there is. Sorry, he is the one with Jiraxxus. I'm getting my warlocks mixed up.
Yeah, he's got Jiraxxus, but again, Jiraxxus won't save him when apDrop has Ice Block up and a second Pyro in his hand. So I think this is just the play he has to make. He has to go to this mage, which this mage is quite a bit different, but still basically an aggro mage.
Yep. As a joke I think we made on a previous episode, don't hate the player, hate the mage.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hated many a mage before they were nerfed, and now I don't hate them very much at all.
Yeah.
But if you notice here, so he's got some of the same cards, but where he differs, he's got Argent Squires and Blood Knights in here.
And a Water Elemental.
Yeah, whereas now Savjz does have the Argent Squires, but no Blood Knight. They both are rocking one Water Elemental, which I don't disagree with because it's a really powerful card. I mean, there's no other 4-drop in the game that has 6 health and also 3 attack. I mean, you've got the Oasis Snapjaw with its 7 health, but it's only got 2 attacks. So not only does it have Tazdingo stats improved, it also freezes stuff that it attacks. So it is an insanely powerful card. And I could see this being nerfed to a 3/5 and still being very, very valuable.
Yeah,
so
it's a much overlooked mage card.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you'd see a lot of people just run the Dark Irons and Defenders in the 4 slot, and maybe even a Leroy as like a 3rd Fireball. But these guys are both, forgoing the Leroy and going with just the Pyroblast Fireball and this one Water Elemental. And I think that's a good card, and it fits pretty well.
Let's see if these differences pay off for him as we go into game 4. Savjz 2 points, apDrop 1 point. Let's see what this other mirror matchup, Mage versus Mage, gives us.
I think this is another pivotal game. If apDrop doesn't win this game, he's in really bad shape because he has to play a control lock if he loses this game. And control lock is a terrible matchup against this deck.
Yeah, they both go for a full mulligan.
Mm-hmm.
And it's looking like apDrop gets a Loot Hoarder.
Well, so apDrop already has his Pyro in hand, so that's taken care of.
He also has a
however,
play, which
so yeah, he's got Loot Hoarder into Harvest Golem into Water Elemental into Sylvanas. So he's actually got a nice little curve going here. However,
that Mana Worm might screw the pooch.
Yeah, the Mana Worm is going to be tough, and also the fact is that Savjz is sitting on 2 Frostbolts right now.
Yeah, which are just so annoying.
Yeah.
As we were talking about earlier, we were so surprised not to see more mages in this tournament because before the most recent nerf or the most recent balance patch, mage was so strong.
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing, the rogue has been dominating this tournament, but mages were incredibly strong at this point as well. So
we're going to go ahead and see Frostbolt, Coin, Fire Blast, getting rid of that completely and buffing the crap out of that Mana Worm.
Yep, got a 3/3. Wow. Mana Worm, the Voltron that assembles itself.
Well, the Water Elemental is a pretty good answer for this because it's tough to kill. Unless Savjz finds a Fireball in his hand. It's not going to be easy to get rid of this thing.
Which he doesn't get. He gets a second Dark Iron Dwarf, which doesn't actually even trade.
No, he's just going to go right past it, go to the face here. No, I agree with that.
apDrop says, fine, I have Ice Block and Pyroblast in my hand. I don't care.
Yeah. I think we're just going to see, yeah, he's going to go ahead and put that out and then buff it up. So basically, if the Dark Iron attacks any of these creatures, it's going to be down to Fire Blast range.
It wouldn't be smart to try to take off the Water Elemental because then your Dark Iron is frozen.
Yeah, it's frozen. Well, it's going to die.
It'll die anyway, so I guess no, that would be.
It doesn't really matter. I think you probably actually, if anything, you get rid of you ping that off and then you go ahead and get rid of the Mana Worm because.
Or Frostbolt.
I was just going to trade everything. Okay. Yeah, just get rid of the whole damn thing. All right. I agree with that.
Just, if I can't have anything, neither can you.
Yeah. So we're going to see an Argent Commander come out, I'm pretty sure. It's going to do some damage. It's also going to remain on the board with the shield. So That is the first damage done to Savjz. We're on turn 6. That's a bad place to be when you're a mage.
Yeah.
That you've only done damage to the opposing player on turn 6? Not good.
No, it isn't. So putting down Azure Drake, seeing what he gets, he pulls an Argent Squire, which he can play this turn.
Yeah. But he can also... okay, so he takes away the ability to Fire Blast, which... So he's just going to go straight to the face. Yeah, I agree with that, because the 2 damage on the golem is not very scary by itself.
Yeah, and he'll probably want to trade that Harvest Golem with the commander anyway, so why not deal the 4 damage?
Yeah, except I think what's going to happen here is we're going to see a Dark Iron Dwarf on that Harvest Golem. Although he may actually play... So he's deciding, okay, if I draw, what can I play after? Okay, so he draws that, and that's not going to do him too much good here. He's probably going to kill instead of killing the commander, he's going to kill the Azure Drake. Because the Drake has spell power, the Drake is more of a threat. And goes ahead and does that. So apDrop is actually looking to be in decent shape. He's actually now got the Blood Knight with he could actually make this a 9/9.
Yeah.
And I don't see why you wouldn't.
I'm not seeing any reason to either. I would gladly just sack one of my Argent Squires.
Well, he's... Okay, he's... I don't know why he'd attack first. There's no real reason to do that. But, I guess.
Probably just mulling through his thoughts.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if you attack first or second. That was just basically when he decided to do it in the order.
Neither player's running Polymorphs, I believe, either, right?
No. So, really tough to deal with a 9/9 right now.
It's like, hey, you want to use a Pyroblast on this? He doesn't even have a Pyroblast.
He does not have one in his hand right now. So, actually, apDrop, unless Savjz ice blocks or puts up taunt, actually has lethal on board. So he does put up the taunt. And he's going to go ahead and kill both of the 1/1s. And that's actually a decent play, because I don't think he thinks that a Flame Strike is a possibility. And it's not.
It's a good play, but that 9/9 is still incredibly hard to deal with. Now you have a Sylvanas out there. This is Obi-Wan telling Anakin I have the high ground now, only it actually makes sense as opposed to in that movie.
So he is going to Fire Blast the 2/2, which doesn't kill it, but brings it into Fire Blast range. I think we're probably going to see that 2/2 die in this turn anyway. I might have chosen to just Fire Blast the face there. So I don't know if this 1 damage on this creature actually matters. But we shall see. So yeah, he's got Ice Block.
He has 2 in his hand.
He's got Ice Block on this turn. He really has to. He can't play the Golem, the Defender, and Ice Block in the same turn, unfortunately. Okay. So I think he knows he's got Ice Block in his hand, so he feels like he's confident enough that he can hold off on it for 1 more turn.
2 taunts out. I agree with that.
Yeah, I tend to agree with him as well here. Now, if I'm apDrop, I'm thinking I need to Ice Block this turn. And he goes ahead and does that.
Even though he would actually, at least at the moment, looking at Savjz's hand, he's pretty safe.
Yeah, he's safe at the moment, but he can't know that. And there's 12 damage on board right now. And he can't clear it all. So if Savjz does have the Pyro in hand, he's got lethal with those 2 creatures and a Pyro.
Absolutely. So what card did Savjz draw? He got Tinkmaster Overspark. Will be nice on that Sylvanas.
He could tank the Sylvanas or he could tank the 9/4, but
9/4, he could trade off one of his defenders and then ping it with Fire Blast.
He doesn't actually lose any creatures to the Sylvanas though. So I think what he does is he goes into that one, then he goes into Sylvanas, and then he uses a Fire Blast to get rid of the 9/1 at this point.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, he's just doing it in a weird order.
Okay. Drop the Azure Drake, just see what he gets.
I think no matter what he gets, I think the play is still the same. I think you ping that off. Now, see, he's at 21 health, so he's not in fear of dying yet.
Yeah.
While apDrop is constantly fearing it, Savjz has 2 Ice Blocks and 21 health. It's a pretty good place to be. Oh my god, there's the second Pyroblast. He's going to do 11 damage with the first one. And now we know that...
7. Make that 6 with Fire Blast.
Yeah, so now we know that Savjz has to Ice Block. He has to use his first one.
So there's 3 mana removed from this turn.
but he knows he's got a second one. So, you know, apDrop cannot just go ahead and pyro his face right now, which means Savjz can start just going to the face here.
That's
He can just
exactly what
ignore
he's gonna
these
do.
guys on board. They'll probably Fire Blast 1. Yeah, okay, there you go.
First, that gives him a card.
But,
Another ice block.
oh
Just
my
got-
god.
It just we have
And a Frostbolt. Okay, so he can get him to 1. He can actually ping off. He can get rid of his ice block, play his own. So he's got his second ice block as well.
He
I
already
think
has.
apDrop now wins the game because he wins the War of Ice Block.
yeah. He's ahead. That's exactly what it is. He's
Yep.
ahead in ice block triggers.
Because he triggered Savjz first. So this is actually a situation that kind of happened a lot in Mage versus Mage.
Yeah, it's a
So apDrop, I think he's got this. I don't think there's any way that Savjz can win this game at this point.
It's checkmate. That's what
Yep.
it is. This is Hearthstone
Because
checkmate.
there you go. There's the second one. And even if he kills, yeah, it doesn't matter what this turns into. He just doesn't want it to give him another card. And this doesn't matter because he just pings off this next ice block, plays his own ice block, and he's got Pyro sitting in hand. So that is game.
What a wild mage game this has been.
Yeah, this is, I mean, they both got like all the right draws, but it's just it depended on the order. And Savjz actually sat there and held off on his ice blocks for as long as possible. And then the LOL GG comes in because that is it. There is no more ice blocks.
First to pop on.
And-
Yep, they're coming to the same conclusion we did.
Yep, first to pop the ice blocks. The one who's going to win, and Savjz just goes ahead and concedes.
Yep. That was
There you go.
that was
Tie
a
series
good
again.
Game. Wow. GG, gentlemen. So yet another mirror match between the two titans of this tournament going to apDrop.
He's the master of the mirror match.
Yeah,
Right?
You want to talk about back and forth? It's now tied up again. It's 2-2. Wonder if Savjz will win this, making it 3-2.
If it sticks to the plan currently, that is what will happen. But Savjz is now, he's the first one. He lost his rogue deck. Now he lost his mage deck. Both of them basically have a control lock, a giant's lock. And Savjz is actually, I think they brought the same exact classes, didn't they? Yeah, druid, mage, lock, and rogue.